Hello! Hello. Wow, it has been... Can everyone hear me? First of all, I want to make sure, because I have my iPad like propped up. How are you? How was my summer? It was great. I'm doing well. Can everyone hear me? Can you guys hear me? I need an answer. Yes. Okay, thank you. I'm great. Currently in Chicago, shooting Chicago Fire, which has been awesome. Premiere of that season is September 25th, so 10 days, which is pretty exciting. I'm having a great time. Got to meet a lot of new actors and cool people, work with cool people. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a fun experience, and I got to learn a lot about like firefighters and firefighting and like that whole world too. If you haven't before, next time you meet a firefighter, you should thank them. Because what they do is a tremendous thing, and it's absolutely incredible, and we should all be extremely grateful for that community of people. So, past that, what else? Traveled a little bit in the summer. I didn't read anything, which I feel pretty bad about. Like, I should have been reading something, but I didn't. I got a few new books, which is kind of exciting, so I'm glad that we're back and we are in the reading mode, and we're going full steam. Now, today's meeting isn't going to be like a standard Rosende Reads meeting that's probably around an hour. Today's meeting will probably be about 15-20 minutes. I'm here to just kind of, I've been very busy, but I'm here to talk about what our plan is for the next few books, and then things moving forward. What books did I get? It's a good question. So lately, I've been discovering a new hobby that I've always kind of had, but I'm starting to get very serious about it. As a kid, I always wore a watch, and I love watches. I think they're very cool, and I think the whole concept of time and everything is a very important thing and very cool. So I've been buying books about watches, and I've been reading a lot and trying to learn as much as I can. Yes, I keep buying books. Anna Cat Fernandez. I don't need this from you right now. I got the book Mother Night by Kurt Vonnegut because I was told to read it from a friend on set, and I was like, okay, I should get that book. What else? I bought the play for a play that I saw here in Chicago at Steppenwolf, which was incredible. It's True West by Sam Shepard. Really cool. What else? What else did I do this summer? I don't know. I just had a really good time in LA. And when I was traveling and when I was busy, it was really great. I was in Miami last weekend with my whole family, which was really nice. And yeah, so how is it? Okay, so another reason we're probably going to have a shorter meeting is because my iPad is dying. And I did not think of that beforehand. What else did I do this? I got booked and I was busy. Yeah. I had to do a lot of reading. Stage management, dope. Who's Carrie? Cool, reading books about things you want to know more about, isn't it? Do I enjoy the conventions? I always love the conventions. I mean, I love being in those, like, now kind of familiar places, Paris and Milan and whatnot. But I also like meeting everyone and kind of getting to do this, but not through this. I get to do it in real life, and that's a lot nicer. I was thinking too, but The Power of Habit, following your suggestion, recommend it. The Power of Habit, I was actually thinking we were going to put on the book list for, you know how next year I said I wanted it to be more nonfiction. We've done a lot of fiction, and now next year I want to do nonfiction, biographies, maybe self-help books, stuff that I think would be a little practical for a year that we can like regroup and like work together like that. But we're not there yet. Ton of reading while working at an overnight camp, no Wi-Fi. That sounds kind of miserable because you're missing out on a lot of stuff, but at the same time, if you have enough books, that's great. I'm glad you got a lot of reading done. That's always really fun. The book list for this year, I only have the 3 to end this year to get to 2020, and then in that break for 2020, during the Christmas time, I'm going to push out the next list. All right, but right now we have the 3 books for 2020, which I think everyone knows, right? Oh, Annie Hansen, that is wonderful news. That is really wonderful news. Thank you so much. for telling me. I hope you feel better, and I hope you keep progressing. When will we read the Testaments? Very good question, Paula, little monster. So Gatsby's going to be our 20th book, 1984. Can't wait for Anne of Green Gables, which will be the book that we will start with. We know 2 books, and I'm going to tell you the third. No, 3. Anne of Green Gables, Gatsby, and then the Testaments. We're going to close the year out with the Testaments, like the 2019 year, not the Rosende Reads year. We just started our year again. We're back. So, awesome holiday in Sorrento. That sounds amazing. Cool. So as everyone knows, we will be starting this week reading up to page, oh boy, there we go, 110, A Tempest in the School Teapot. The name of that chapter, A Tempest in the School Teapot. It's chapter 15. That's how far we're going to be reading. So everyone be prepared for that. That's everyone understand that? So that's our first reading for Anne of Green Gables, diving right back in. It'll be on Sunday, right? Isn't the cover of this one awesome? Tessa and I found this together, and I thought it was adorable, and I thought it was just super cool. And then actually, I was in Prince Edward Island this summer for a bit, and got to see Anne of Green Gables in Prince Edward Island, and I have to say it was a spectacular musical. Tessa and I had such an amazing time, and the girl who played Anne was incredible, and the cast was great, and it was awesome. Anne with an E was a great show. Excited to read it. Yeah, I haven't seen the show, so I think I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to read it, and then I'll watch that TV show. Couldn't find the book in my bookstore or children. It's a comic, and I have a PDF now. Okay, good. As long as you found a way to read it with us. Oh my God, no way. I started reading Anne with my 9-year-old and we got to that part 30 minutes ago. Perfect. Okay, so you're ahead of the curve. You don't have to read to catch up. You're caught up. That's actually a really good way to be. I haven't seen Anne with an E. Is Tessa reading along? I don't want to speak for Tessa, but yes. Yes, she will be. Will Tessa join us? Well, I thought we still have to ask her. She's very busy. But I think, hopefully, she will join us for one of the lives we do as a Prince Edward Island, native. She was born there and grew up there, and Anne was always like a big part of her life. So yeah, I think she'd be a great person to bring in to a live to kind of bring us into this world and who Anne is and everything. What the Huckenpolar? Won't speak for Tessa, but says yes immediately. Everyone just started the book. That's okay. We have a whole week. What else? So that will be that book, and we will try to read. Let's see, how many pages? This book is 300 pages. Yeah, somewhere 300 and 400. So the goal with this book is to finish it by mid-October. Then to be reading the Great Gatsby, probably to the beginning, maybe the beginning of November. We might finish that really quickly. Then the Testaments, and we will have some time in December where I'm like, should we read something small, maybe a play? I'm still working on that because I want to find the right book. But those are the next 3 books. We will do Anne of Green Gables, then The Great Gatsby, then we will end 2019 with Margaret Atwood's new novel that is a sequel to The Handmaid's Tale, which we already read, The Testaments, which I think all of us are very excited to read. Remember we were talking about when it came out. We were like, oh my God, this book, we can't wait for this. So, yeah, I agree. The Great Gatsby's, I think, 120 pages maybe? It's a super short book. We might be able to do it in a week. So that's why I'm like, that's why I wasn't too worried about putting the Testaments after it, because I know it's a quick book. And then also I know that there might be some time where we could maybe read something else right before December that almost I'm thinking on the vibes of Tuesdays with Maury, or something that's very uplifting and exciting and inspiring, so that we can go into Christmas time with that, and then also into the new year into 2020 with this idea of hope and inspiration and moving forward. I think it's very important to start a year like that and to end a year like that. Have you read The Truth About the Harry Caber Affair? Because I have enjoyed it this summer and was, wow. I will say this. I was gifted the book at a convention, and I recently found it in my bookshelf, which is lovely. I also recently binged the entire show. Well, I had watched half of it with Tessa, and then I finished the other half. So I finished the other half of The Truth About the Harry Caber Affair, and I will say this. You need to watch it. It was incredible. And then that's why I'm excited. I want to wait a bit to read it now because I feel like I know what's happening. So, but the TV show was great. Tessa was an absolute star. Like, she was incredible, and she was a total babe while doing it. So, like, you guys check it out. It was such a cool show. I love the way it was shot. I love the way that, like, I thought the acting was great. I personally loved it. So I think you guys should all check it out. Booklist reader. Do I like to read psychological thrillers? I actually don't know if I've read one in a very long time. So it's one of those things that I was also thinking about for the next coming year. Like adding things that are very different from what we've been reading. Which is cool. And kind of exciting. I imagine you fangirling whenever you see Tessa. I started shouting. Yeah, I do. I still need to watch it. Tessa's amazing. What a proud boyfriend. Yes, I am. Everyone watch it. Everyone is so talented. Carrie, you're absolutely right. Have I read any books by Patrick Ness? Patrick Ness. That name sounds really familiar to me. Patrick Ness. Patrick Ness books. No, I have not read any books by Patrick Ness, but I've seen these covers before, so that's pretty cool. Yes, Camille, we will be stepping out of our book club comfort zone. Say that really fast. So, yo todavía no he leído Cien años en soledad. Yo quiero leerlo también. Eso es uno de los libros que yo creo que si nos vamos a hacer el año que viene, entonces, en, 2020, like 2020. Pero yo quería leer algo de un autor colombiano. Entonces eso será, yo creo, el libro perfecto para hacerlo. So yeah, if anyone, 100 Years of Solitude was brought up as a book, also an idea. Don't worry guys, December we will have the list for like January through May again, and there will be some pretty cool books on that list. So, just to confirm, everyone is aware about what we will be reading until the end of this year so far. We have Anne of Green Gables, reading up to chapter 15, page 110. Then we have The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. If you haven't read it, it's fantastic. If you, for some reason, can't find it reading-wise, I know that there's a pretty good audiobook out there that's actually narrated by Jake Gyllenhaal. So if you wanted to do it that way, it's a pretty cool way to read that book, I think. And then there's our third book, which is the Testaments. So everyone start getting those books now. Start getting the Testaments, because that's one I know we're all really excited for. And also, if you ever get the chance to visit Prince Edward Island, you should. It's a beautiful place. Everyone there is super nice, and the food is fantastic, and it's just absolutely beautiful, which I think this book will tell us. So yeah, I'm excited for our new season, so to speak. As Hayden retired, but Rosende readers work harder. I like that. I've been reading Fahrenheit 451. Is it good? Yes, it's good. We read it as a group. I enjoyed it. Another dystopian novel would be cool, because I've realized I really like dystopian novels, so we might do that as well. There's a lot of options, guys. I'd be lying if I said that I knew what they were going to be, but I am positive they'll be great, what we're going to be reading. The new season of Rosende Reads starts now. Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah, it's a pretty good one. What are you guys reading in school? Is anyone reading something new and cool in school? I don't know why I rhymed that. I'm sorry. Fox, okay. Oh, Hannah, you have some time to read The Handmaid's Tale before. I recommend it because it's great. You're going to do Coriolanus in school. Cool, that's a really awesome Shakespeare that I remember in high school that I bought, started reading. So yeah, let me know how it is. No, but I've heard it's a fantastic show. There's actually a movie of Coriolanus out as well. I want to say Gerard Butler's in it. You should check it out. It's to help you with your reading. Pretty cool. Don't remember in movies. I don't know if that one's completely text exact or if it's one that they kind of take scenes out and stuff. You never know. Sometimes with Shakespearean movies, they tend to cut scenes. So I wouldn't use that movie as like a substitute. I would use it as an also. Reading it would be actually really fun. All right, guys, like I said, today was only going to be a short little meeting, 15, 20 minutes. It was awesome to kind of jump back in. I'm very excited for next week. So again, we will be reading on Sunday this book, Anne of Green Gables, page 110, or chapter 15. Read up to it, not through it. It was great seeing you guys. It was great being back on this, even though it was short. But I will see you guys next week. And I've been waiting to say these words. Keep being curious. Keep being excited. Keep learning. Keep growing. Keep challenging. And continue to be positive forces of change in your community. We need it now. We always will. And people will always gravitate towards that. So, and you guys, we can change the world. So, it's great to be back. I will see you guys next week. I will post this week to tell exactly the time on Sunday, but I will see you guys soon. And until then, keep reading.